Well, I think any company that is Indian and is doing good for India, good for the country, should be definitely supported by all of us. And I completely agree with the call of go local and be vocal for locals.
I ask you, why don't we help the local manufacturers by buying from them so that everybody in the country makes an honest living and nobody has to beg or expect any help from anyone?
Of course, I support Project Atmanirbhar. It is so much better to have all our requirements of necessities fulfilled within the country so that we don't have to import. We save on our foreign exchange reserves, and we also have a better balance of payments of India with other countries.
I completely support the Atmanirbhar Bharat mission where we should be vocal for local. I also support companies that are making in India and boycotting Chinese products wherever we can.
So I've always associated Chinese products with low quality, and that's why I've avoided them. But now with stuff like Atmanirbhar Bharat and Make in India, there's all the more reason for us to focus on Indian products.
I will buy from companies that are good for India. And I strongly support this movement, which is called Vocal for Local, because the time has come for us Indians to show the world that we have got a lot of capability.
I completely support the Vocal for Local appeal by our government as well as the Atmanirbhar Bharat mission. I personally would prefer to buy products from Indian companies, especially those that do not have foreign ties, especially Chinese ties.
Some are made in India and some are assembled in India. Mostly electronics currently are assembled in India. There is a lot of dependency in the textile industry, in the garment industry, in the the rubber manufacturing industry, and many such pharmaceuticals, electronics for sure, from other countries, primarily China. So through the project Atmanirbhar and through Make in India initiatives, we are trying to get all of this done in India. Isn't it good? Will there not be so much of employment which will happen?
Yeah, I know there are many products like that, and I think the government should come up with some rule where you have to mention whether the product is completely made in India.
I think to uh, enable the consumers to make an informed decision, the government should come up with some sort of a rating where companies are rated based on the degree to which they make stuff in India, whether it is assembled in India, whether it is made from scratch. And once that information is available, uh, the consumer will be able to make an informed choice as to which company he or she wants to support.
Which claim to be made in India are only assembling the goods here, and the parts are imported from China. The government should surely raise awareness on this one and stop this practice at the maximum level possible.
I actually know that this has been the case for some time. By doing this, the companies are conning citizens. As an Indian citizen, I would expect the government to make rules or laws by which the companies are forced to be transparent as to their purchase of raw material or parts. I know as an Indian citizen, I have the right to know what I'm buying and the right to choose what I want to buy.
I am absolutely shocked to learn that a lot of products which claim to be made in India are only assembled in India and their parts are imported from other countries.
Yeah, I was not aware that the products which are assembled in India are basically having parts procured from China. But recently I read some article and I came to know about it. I think government of India should pass some regulation and ban such imports which are done from China.
A lot of companies do that. They take the major portion back to their own country, the profits that they have earned here in our country. So I think they should be allowed to take some percentage, but that should not be the major percentage. the major amount should be used for investing back in our country.
Well, having worked in an MNC myself, I know there are certain requirements of repatriating because they are also having to fund their head offices and so on and so forth, and there are legal requirements. But it would be good if a part of the earnings is also retained in India for its development, and I think many companies are doing that and will be doing that, and I think our government should also bring forth certain laws relating to this.
Most of the MNCs send the money back to their home countries. This is actually hurting India in the long run. This should stop.
This is news to me to learn that the MNCs are transferring a major chunk of their profits back to their home countries, and I completely support the government of India in putting a cap on the transfers that can be done by the MNCs.
I think for goods and services provided by MNCs that are consumed by the Indian market, all the money should stay in India, and them sending their money back to their home countries actually amounts to, in a way, looting of our national wealth.
Now, unfortunately, the profits are being repatriated back to their respective countries, and the government needs to now ensure that not all the profit is repatriated, and if not all, at least the lion's share of the profit has to be pumped back into India itself in terms of development and infrastructure. Otherwise, it amounts to daylight robbery. I think the government is working on that. They've already given a directive to the auto industry not to repatriate funds.
I am 100% willing to buy an Indian product that's made in India by Indians, even if it is 10-15% more expensive than an equivalent Chinese product.
As a consumer, of course, yes. As a businessman or a manufacturer, it depends on economies of scale. But again, here, if the government gives us a good initiative, or a good incentives to manufacturers to manufacture raw materials in India, in the primary sector, so that it can support the overall value chain of the manufacturing industry.
Indian companies are competent enough to make world-class products, and if we have to shell out say maybe 5-10% more than their international competitors, we should not worry about it, because that money is going to stay in India and it's going to be used for the betterment of our own country.
Today, actually, on Amazon online for like a IR thermometer and stuff, and so I went ahead and spent the extra time and effort to check what the country of origin was, and wherever I couldn't find it posted or wherever it was ambiguous, I went ahead and posted a question to check with the vendor. And in the end, I went ahead and picked up 2 products which were actually Indian. And even though they were about 5-10% more expensive, I'm totally okay with that.
I don't mind buying a product that is made in India and it is a little more expensive than its imported counterparts.
Most definitely would. If we as Indian citizens are not willing to make a short-term sacrifice and pay a little bit extra for a product, then with what face do we expect long-term benefits?
A company that does ethical business, provides employment in India, takes care of the environment, and lives within the rule of law of the country is good for India.
Indian companies which generate employment, are environment friendly and make good products, they are good for India.
The companies which are good for India are those which are doing business ethically. They are following all the rules and they are conscious towards the environment.
See, any company that does good for India, creates employment for our people, or who is socially responsible as well while doing that, I think such company should be supported, and that's my definition of a good for India company, I would say.
A company that's good for India would be a company that generates employment, that sources raw material locally, that boosts exports and brings in foreign exchange. It gives impetus to infrastructure while being environmentally conscious.
A company that is good for India is a company that generates a lot of employment for India and also invest in the remote areas of India. I think it's about time that we decentralize the power from the metros and invest it in our townships and other cities.